Okay, it's been a long time. Okay, it's been a long time. Just dealing with my OCD. Okay, it's been a long time. It's been a long time, but doing, I'm doing a Tory Blast video now. So last time I got up to last time I completed level 365, so now we'll do 366. So it seems like here we've got to eliminate piggy banks and bricks, intriguingly enough. I know I don't really seem in a fit state to be doing videos right now, but sometimes it feels like if I don't get started now, I never will. Such is the plight of an OCD victim like me, you see, sadly. As you can see, I still have some problems with my throat as well. And not only that, but now my mouth doesn't always click when I want it to as well. And I'm the type of person who likes to use mice until they break completely, so otherwise I feel like I'm not getting the full use out of them, so that's why I'm using it until it breaks completely. I know, I have my eccentricities, don't I, but if we didn't, the world would be a boring place, wouldn't it, eh, baby dolls? So you get what you get. And if you didn't want that, you wouldn't keep on coming to my channel, would you, eh? This is going to be close. Am I going to fail with my return, or am I going to succeed? Oh, it's going to be super close. But I do it. As you see, I've been recording for 4 minutes. So, still second, and it seems like I've only got one person on my Toy Blast list now. At least this far into the game, anyway. And so on to 367 we go now. So I'll be playing until 14 minutes to 4, I believe. Seems quite similar, this one, with all the bricks, except it has Easter eggs, doesn't it? And we have to get the 2 toys to the bottom of the screen, which requires Smashing all of the Easter eggs to pieces, doesn't it, eh, baby dolls? Which is often quite a satisfying experience indeed, I feel. Can I get 2 Rubik's Cubes together? Yes. Another satisfying thing to do, I feel. Watching them all change to their chocolatey forms like that all at the same time. Yes, I haven't lost my elite touch, have I? And now a double Rubik's Cube again. And what a score I'm getting here, eh? Yes, and I'm first. So let's get on to 368 now, which I'm second on with quite a paltry score indeed. This is one of those small and quite claustrophobic types of levels, isn't it? With not really much room to maneuver the pieces around or anything. These typically end up being, these can end up being troublesome for me sometimes, since it can often involve a great deal of having to predict which colours will fall and when they'll fall. But fortunately, that was a stroke of luck for me, running out of possible moves, which meant that the colours get re-jumbled up again or something like that. Whatever the word or expression is, which allows for plenty more moves to be done once more. Kind of like a blast of fresh air on a hot day, I suppose you could say. And I feel like it would be in my best interest to try and make as many Toy Blast videos as I can, because I just saw when I was trying to get my settings right that in December, might be at the end of December or it might be at the beginning, I've no idea really, but Facebook aren't going to be supporting Flash Player anymore at that point. So I heard, so I read, and if that happens, I don't think I'll be able to play Toy Blast on here anymore, unfortunately, and I'd only be able to play it on phones, I think, which would possibly bring an end to my Toy Blast videos, so I'll probably best try and get up to level 1700 with these videos as fast as I can, so that I can do it before the time elapses, and that was a fail as well, because as I said before, sometimes these cramped up kinds of levels can be something of a bane to me, didn't I? That's just the way how it goes in life sometimes, how we all have our weaknesses and failings, don't we, eh, baby dolls? It's unfortunate, but what can you do about it in this day and age of duplicity and surreptitious conduct from all manner of unscrupulous types, eh? Seems like all the talking is making my throat act up again, since I don't do all that much talking when I'm not making videos, you see, ladies and gents. Sometimes it can be difficult deciding which power-ups to try and mix together as well. As you just saw with my little moment of indecisiveness just then. Oh yeah, and that's another thing with my mouse. Not only does it not click a lot of the time these days sometimes, but there's also times when it double clicks when I only want a single click. So that can make me make mistakes as well. And I'm first on this one as well after getting that paltry score the first time around. So that was level 368. On to 369 we go now, which I'm first on already. This one looks like it'll be more straightforward, doesn't it? With it taking place in a big wide open area and all. Although there is the matter of the ice cubes, which can be something of a point of contention with many people who play the game, can't it? Me, though, I always find it satisfying to beat back the spread I've done. As they relentlessly try to cover all of the playing space in its steadfast attempts to hamper our progress. Quite inconsiderate of it indeed, isn't it, eh, baby dolls? As you can see, sometimes with these levels, it's easy to make a strong start when all the colours are in advantageous places earlier on. But as you progress and the colours all start getting more mixed up and few and far between, well, that's when the difficulties arise, don't they, eh, ladies and gents? Still, no matter, things could end up going differently this time. So it's nothing worth fretting over, baby dolls. Wasn't that satisfying, eh? Always satisfying to get rid of all of the ice cubes in one fell swoop like that, isn't it? Those who have played the game will know precisely what I mean. And if you don't, then you probably should play it first before making your judgment, shouldn't you, silly Jim? Could this be something good? If I manage to get a good colour combination here. Can be hard to get them together though with this middle piece here, which doesn't allow boxes to fall in it. Coming pretty close this time, aren't I? And I do it. Quite a nice score as well, eh? So, 370 we go now, which I'm second on. And it would seem in this one we've got to burst bubbles and smash up piggy banks. Quite a charming activity to partake in, eh, ladies and gents? With how hard it seemed to be to get those two power-ups next to each other, I decided it would be more advantageous to use them individually. As well as being a puzzle game, this is also quite demanding in the field of strategy, I'd imagine, as well, I'd say. Notice how I've made sure to get a lot of yellow squares around these pigs here because of how this mixture of power-ups will turn the yellows into TNT boxes like so. Yes. You've got to be able to plan ahead like that when playing this. This will be handy if it'll shoot down with this propeller. Yes. Quite a stroke of luck indeed, that was. But will I be able to smash the last 2 piggy banks? Yeah. He is hoping this propeller will shoot sideways and I'll be able to get it down to the bottom. Yes. Unfortunately, not a very good score, especially not compared to my last one and the top one. But I completed the level, that's what matters. Now let's get on to level 371. This is a nice looking one, isn't it? With the coloured bricks in the different areas and the cute toys we need to get to the bottom of the screen, along with the fan in the middle to complete the overall aesthetics of the level. Quite cute and nicely planned out indeed, isn't it, eh, baby dolls? Unfortunately, the level is arranged in such a way that it seems quite hard to get lots of bricks of the same colours next to lots of these harder bricks. I should call the regular ones boxes, shouldn't I? So that I don't get you all confused with my rambling. With my rather poor explanations for how things go and whatnot. I imagine I lose quite a fair few of you when trying to describe these things, after all. Making some headway now, finally, aren't we, eh, baby dolls? Gonna be hard getting rid of the windmill though, isn't it? Without this 5 that I need to fill in with colour, and I've only got 4 moves left. Came pretty close to it, but then there's also not the matter of getting the toys to the bottom as well, isn't there? Something I'm more than likely definitely not going to do this time. At least I've calmed down a bit with my OCD now. He is hoping that my OCD was only bad then because I haven't made any Toy Blast videos for a while and I was having some difficulty getting the settings for the video right with my OCD, and started getting anxious as time was ticking and all. Since being rushed often tends to exacerbate my OCD. You see, I'm hoping that making videos and building my YouTube channel up will will help to assuage my feelings of being rushed and all, which in turn will hopefully make my OCD better. One can only hope, eh? Well, it's not quite my original score, but I completed the level regardless. Let's get on to 372 now, which I'm first on. This one looks like it'll be satisfying to do as well, doesn't it? Lots of bubbles to burst and lots of toast to extract from the toasters. I've never noticed it before, but listening carefully now as I play, the toasters make a nice dinging sound as you produce toast from them. A nice little detail, if I do say so myself. Seems like things are going well again, doesn't it? Only 4 slices of toast left, needed. And we've done it. Yes, that's done. 372. Let's get on to 373 now. Only got 2 lives left, so we'll be able to do 10 levels in this video in my return to the game. I guess we'll find out, won't we? I had another dream today that I was approaching women in shops. And it's funny because I haven't approached any women in quite a long time indeed. At least a year or so, I'd say. Shows how that desire's still there in me, doesn't it? The thrill of the hunt, I suppose you could say. I mean, I know that sounds kind of sex offenderish, but alas, that kind of thing is just natural for a man, really, isn't it? Anyone who disagrees, I say, must be some kind of liberal femboy or something. Some kind of feminist or something. Of course, I'm so brainwashed by the liberal system nowadays that Of course, I'm so brainwashed by the liberal system these days that even in my dreams I feel nervous about approaching women in case they start complaining and in case they start complaining to people and then police start showing up telling me not to do it and whatnot.
Yippee!
Just shows how just shows the kind of dictatorship we live under in the Western world, doesn't it? When even in my dreams, I'm afraid of doing it in case Big Brother says, "You can't do that." Just ridiculous, I think. In my book, it's another example of how the authorities in the world want people to be dumbed down, don't want people experiencing things out of the ordinary in their day-to-day existence because they know it'd provoke thought in them, and they don't want people thinking, do they? They want people to be mindless zombies, pretty much. With the media doing their thinking for them and whatnot. A tragic state of affairs, I would say. I was hoping for some reds here in convenient places after that propeller, and that's exactly what the game's given me. How nice. And that's 374 done. Still second, unfortunately. Let's get on to 375 now, which will be the last level I do, regardless of if or not I complete it. So let's get on with it. I'm second, as you can see. And there's Easter eggs and vortexes and bricks on this one to contend with, isn't there? Throat's acting up because I'm talking so much, as I've said before. Will I be able to do this with just 2 lives, I wonder? After all, it seems like it could be a tad complex, doesn't it? With the vortexes which things can fall through and then appear on other parts of the screen. Fortunately, I'm able to complete these types of levels most of the time without having to learn where the vortexes cause things to fall once things fall down into them. Getting pretty close to doing it now, aren't I? And I think I've done it. Yeah. Not a bad score as well, So, that's 10 levels done this time, and I had 2 lives. Almost 3. Since when that time elapses, I'll have a 3rd one. Isn't that little bird's house cute, being all wooden and handmade with the butterfly on its eye? I wonder if I've studied this garden area before in one of these videos. I'll have to look back at one of my old videos and see from when I started this part of the game. Anyway, I've only been going for 35 minutes and I've managed to do 10 levels, which I'm quite well chuffed with indeed. Which I'm quite well chuffed with, which I'm quite, which I'm quite well chuffed with indeed. So, in the meantime, I'll bid you all farewell and see you next time, folks. Bye.